4 LGBTQ activists were arrested on the streets of St. Petersburg during an Olympic protest. Now, the 6 principles of the Olympics, one of those principles says discrimination is incompatible with the Olympic movement. But yet still, Russian police detained 4 LGBTQ activists in St. Petersburg as they were preparing to unfurl a banner quoting the Olympic Charter language against discrimination in the state of Russia. One of those arrested at 3:45 p.m. local time on Friday was Anastasia Smirnova, who served as a coordinated spokesperson for a coalition of 6 leading LGBTQ activist organizations. Activists have asked that the names of the 3 others not be published. But the truth of the matter here is the fact that Russia is hosting this year's Olympics should cause pause for all of the world, especially in a situation where Russia upholds policies of oppression, discrimination, and downright violence against LGBTQ folks in their country. Now, let me be very clear. Russia's not the only country that's guilty of this. Uganda is guilty, and there are many other countries that persecute people because of who they choose to love, or better yet, who they are. It is sad, and it's a crying shame, and it speaks ill of the global community. But America, before we can speak ill of the global community, we need to think about equality right here in America for LGBTQ folks. And I'm not just talking about marriage equality, because that's part of it, but I'm talking about homeless gay youth. I'm talking about LGBTQ folks or transgender folks that can't find jobs, that can't find housing, that are discriminated against because of who they are. If we want to speak out against Russia's injustices towards LGBTQ folks, we also have to speak out against America's injustice for LGBTQ folks. So I implore all those folks who went out there, and Glenn Beck was one of them, who went out there and said they are against Russia's discrimination against LGBTQ folks. And ask Glenn, are you not against America's discrimination of LGBTQ folks? Because if you aren't, that's where you start. Listen, you got to start at home first. You got to clean out your closets before you can go out and clean out somebody else's closets, America. And don't get me wrong. Russia's gay propaganda law, or LGBTQ propaganda law, has gone too far in harming the lives of our LGBTQ brothers and sisters across the pond. But if we want to fix it, we got to fix it right here in America first. We do? We've got to. But it's sad to me that the Olympics are being housed in a country. And it's sad that the Olympic Committee would pick to house the Olympics in Sochi when the nation is adamantly against the freedom of LGBTQ folks in their country. It's a sad, crying shame. And I think that we've got to call Russia and the International Olympic Committee down to the mat for this one. And I got to tell you, I am very proud of our president who took a stand. This is the first time that a sitting president or vice president or first lady or second lady has not attended the opening or closing of an Olympics for good reason, for absolutely, positively good reason.